hablar sin la ping en su boca.
You have one of our conclave representatives pushing through here and trying to do a lot of damage. Focus down.
Ay, puta madre.
Muévelo, 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 muévelo,
Necesitan big, ¿no?
Ahorita te vas a decir, bueno, fuera tu juego de mierda.
Necesita pica, un amiguito a la pierna.
No, se mutea, sabe que lo hace.
Yeah, the point difference here, a lot of it for the Kings is just from the amount of players they are able to defeat. And one more base for Kings. I would say
LORDDRACO/gaming is now live. Streaming Legend of Ymir. Legend of Ymir. Ymir KPSEA
Tranquilo, amiguito.
MSON.
Dejalo ahorita y los papeo. Compro pista a todos.
Ya.
Ya.
¿Así entraron, no? ¿La otra vez?
¿Qué? Tú no has dado ni mierda a nadie, ¿no?
Sí.
¿No?
¿A quién ha dado, imbécil?
Sí, en el Legend me acuerdo.
¿No?
Imbécil,
Oye,
la
aquí no has
nada,
colaborado nada,
Y que en este
nunca,
tiempo
jamás.
todo.
Hoy sí regalé platino.
Just how long it takes to actually destroy the Tower of Victory. So, right now, Kings have a majority of their forces here, but they have other members around the map getting information about the movements of NAEU 004. But they have, critically, most of their damage here focused on trying to get this Tower of Victory down ASAP.
Yeah, and on the other side of the map, around the spawn camps, especially like these sides.
Apóyame con tus semillas y obtén cupones. URLLY.
Rotating big around, not into the inner, they're rotating outside, outskirts, off of the bases because they just cannot get into choke point. There are some guards from Kings guarding those choke points in a way.
That's exactly what's happening. Not to mention that there are also a lot of Kings members around these spawn points, the bases that are being currently held by NAEU 004, so they have to defend them and kind of camp their own bases, regroup, get those spawns together, and it looks like right now...
Pucha, ataque se enfrenta ya Chet contra Sombra, a la miércoles.
As you can see, Tower of Victory sitting at 67%, so there is some time to work with here, but Kings definitely in full control right now.
Well, already some of the players from NAEU already just about wet 1 health. If you see dark colored hearts on top of their head, it means that's their last life already.
Absolutely. Not to mention 3 players completely eliminated, as you can see in the tombstone underneath.
El anterior ganó Kings.
As well, so 3 players are already out of
A la mierda.
already outnumbered by about 70 at this moment in time.
Yeah, tombstone, which means they are targeted down, and they're currently dead, waiting for the respawn timer.
That's right, yeah.
And then on the right,
the heart is the ones that are actually eliminated. So I misspoke there. You're right. No one is actually fully eliminated yet. But
yeah, you can time your respawn and come back with your teammates. I think they're just waiting for the time.
¿Qué fue?
Right now, we're getting closer to 50% here on Tower Victory. I mean, Kings right now just...
He olvidado de la Copa Ymir.
Yeah, the big contest and the big...
No pensaba que era hoy día.
As they're finally changing their normal base to capture. Since they have 4, 5, 6, they don't really need to go for the boss tower. They're just going for the big victory right now.
Yeah, now, critically, if this tower is captured, doesn't mean the game is over because they still actually have to get the crown and go to the designated crown touchdown location. But if this goes down, and Kings right now have full control, we're getting closer and closer to the halfway point, they get a ton of points as well. Not to mention they already have such advantage in terms of their revive. You're going to see it on your screen here. Very few of these Kings players, one of these Conclave players is going to get focused down here as well. This is a rough time. As you can see, some of these stragglers trying to figure out the best place to enter the choke point. Which angle can we take? And Kings are just not only incredibly powerful here on the focus, but they're just not giving them any approach. And now some of these Conclave players are split off.
Hay enfrentamientos simultáneos actualmente.
And even trying to go for example, a tower occupying right now takes so long as well that it just simply, I don't think, is going to be worth it for NAEU 004.
Kings ya aplastó ya a NA, pero 4 hasta que le da una paliza total por lo que se veo.
There's some information warriors out there from Kings, just sitting near the choke points, making sure there's communication. Okay, this many classes going through from which choke point into the battlefield, the center battlefield.
Look at this.
All that info is being tossed.
You can see exactly what you're talking about here in terms of the choke point control and the information they have. They're not even letting them approach the choke point, right? No, not less fighting at it. And they have full control. As you can see, some of these stronger Conclave members here are trying to approach, but NAEU 004 in a really, really tough spot right now. The Tower Victory down to 34%. I don't want to call this one early, but it is starting to look really rough here. If something
Power
doesn't
Victory
change.
going lower than 1/3 of its health right now. The contribution points is also there. I believe it's from Power Victory contribution point 2,000 points overall.
Absolutely, 2K. All right, so here we go. We're going to see an attempted break-in here, I think. For some of these members up NAEU04, it's just a small contingency, though. They can't really get in.
Likely they will also get the last hit with this many members around the tower, so it'll be closer to the 2,000.
Yeah, the last hit. I mean, there's just so much here for Kings that to steal it it's just not possible.
It is just not.
It's not realistic.
Well, there's always chance, but you just can't go through this many people, this many warriors near the tower.
So what if
we will see attempts, though. We will see attempts from NAU at the perfect timing.
Now, remember also,
Hay una diferencia demasiado alta. Por más que haya gente fuerte a 0-4, la diferencia con un servidor asiático es abisal. La mayoría de server kings tienen más de 300,000 de poder. Eso recargan sin miedo.
I think trying to stop the Tower of Victory from going down, the crown from being picked up at this point is probably a fool's errand. I think NAEU004 are aware of that, as we see it. Fit89 is one of our strongest players, one of our reps here, just trying to get some more information and pick off any stragglers. One revive left on this player, but he does get away on the mount.
Oh, is this key?
Because those can provide some stuns and the knock if it lands perfectly. As you can see, trying to target down a specific player, still surviving. Yeah, even if against that many archers.
It's El Chapo here, just, with some backup here.
Slowed. Still, look, that AoE breaks through the entire force.
Yeah, they just get wiped. That's 3 more down.
Oh, he did have some
Ya lo tumban. Ya cae.
So far.
Ya cae.
For them to show up. So it's like, even if you think you've isolated
6% wolf.
Yeah, it's
coming
going
down the
down.
wire.
It's going down. There's no one from NA.
Is there anyone
Interesante. Esta es una repetición, ¿verdad?
It is just going down.
Es la repetición de King versus Tenía 0-4.
Oh, we do see
right,
some of the members.
One guy's trying to sneak in.
Sneaking in, 1%, 1.5%. Tower of Victory about to go down.
Jaeger coming in.
And Lauda from Kings. They do take the point. Look at the point, 6,000 now from Kings.
And look who has the crown. The world.
Oh, boy. So the movement speed will be very slow.
The crown is directly...
Oh, but there's the contest now.
Okay, we are having a late contest here now. The crown spawn...
Oh, the ultimate's popping everywhere.
The crown spawn location is directly south of this point, so they need to get the world south as fast as possible and defend that path.
Exactly.
And right now,
mataron a Toxicoli. Tirado por ahí Toxicoli.
They cannot actually get to intercept. They're stuck there in the middle, and they cannot actually get to where that point is. And right now, it looks like it might be a free road here. Look at the path. If you look
no puede hacer nada Toxicoli, por más que sea el más fuerte.
There's no way that NAEU, or they don't have anybody there to stop it. They cannot get access.
Yeah, they do have to...
Sin problema van a entregar la coronita. Sin problema se entregan la coronita, terrible.
Down so far. But you have this many members around you guarding. And then the first fight was a stomp.
So I'm looking at the map right now, and I'm seeing a lot of NAEU players are trying to find their way to wrap around and ignore the crown carrier currently, because breaking through this formation is impossible, and try to get to the touchdown location specifically, which is on base 2 in the south. And if you know, Ymir, you know what I'm talking about. It's the southern central base. That is the touchdown point. They are grouping there right now. They are rushing over, and they're going to try to set up a formation. As you can see here, they're
coming around base 9
as well. They have one chance to defend this. One big fight is all they've got.
This Kings right now, with that many points, they're trying to finish the game right now with the touchdown. But look, Toxioli in the middle, trying to keep his teammates, the other warriors in the same server, alive. But look at that much damage pouring down.
Toxi Magic burst down there.
Midi. Targeting one by one, they're falling like flies.
They really are. You can see some of these members with just one heart.
Some of the archer AoEs just taking like 4, 5, 6, some of them down in this one skill.
I would say the crown is about 50 to 60% of the way to the touchdown point right now as well, G-Clef. They just don't look like they can stop it as they are pouring through here. So many defeated. 6 players.
Estás en la pelea Toxi entre varios.
7 now completely eliminated. But I don't know if it's really going to come down to that. They just don't have the combat power to break
Sin
through this
problema, va a
formation.
entregar la
The crown is
corona.
getting closer and closer. You and I were talking before this cup.
Facilito nada más. Así de sencillo entrega la corona.
He's on the way.
You might be 100% right, and they still have. Look, there's still the tower of occupying right there in front of the boss. So, and then you just need to get through.
He's so close.
Dude, because the point gap is so big right now, you don't really need to care about anything else except for the touchdown. So, a lot less to focus from Kings. Even one of the highest
UF por hentai, a la miércoles hentai.
Hentai gets focused here as well, gets res, but
Lo hicieron
añitos.
and it looks like this might just be
Hentai es el segundo más fuerte de ahí.
so close to it.
Few high tier, actually.
Imagínate, entre poquito le atacaron nada más.
This could be the most dangerous. Oh,
I mean, he's not even got through the choke point. He's just walking in. He's God. No one can touch him. He doesn't care.
At the movement. Sorry,
There it is. Gee,
Fue masacre.
semifinals. Right.
Este fue una masacre total, interesante. Era la pelea Chess contra la sombra. Chess versus sombra, ese quiero verla. Chess versus sombra.
In each division determine the winning server. From that server, only its top 5 clans can compete in the Ymir Cup World Championship. Up to 500 players can enter, regardless of server. When the match begins for your server, the Ymir Cup icon lights up on the right of your minimap. Press it to enter the battlefield. To begin, you're randomly placed at one of 6 starting points. When defeated, you can resurrect at one of these points and rejoin the battle, though the starting points themselves keep changing. Early in the battle, securing bases is key. Capturing a base earns points and various buffs, and lets you teleport straight to it to gain the upper hand. And the more bases you hold, the stronger those buffs become. Bases come in 2 types, normal and boss. Normal bases can be captured by interacting with the occupying stone. For boss bases, first destroy the Tower of Occupying at the entrance, then interact with the occupying stone to capture it. Normal bases can be recaptured freely, but boss bases, once captured, can never be recaptured, so be strategic about your captures. If you couldn't secure a boss base, try a different strategy. Capture normal bases for buffs or recapture enemy bases to weaken their forces. Which bases to target, how to play it out. The tide of battle is yours to turn. If you are defeated in battle, you can resurrect and rejoin the fight, but you can only resurrect up to 3 times. So watch the battlefield and tread carefully.
Increíble, ¿eh?
Luckily, 2 types of
Vamos a
braziers
entrar
appear
al Ymir.
randomly across the map. Pick one up to restore resurrection
Vamos
counts for
entrando.
your clan or your server. If casualties pile up on your server, use braziers strategically to keep the fight going. Once you've secured enough bases, the endgame begins, the fight for the Tower of Victory. Destroying the Tower of Victory earns points and brings out the crown, the key to victory or defeat. Once the crown appears, bases can no longer be captured, so timing the tower's destruction is crucial. From here, all forces converge on the final battle for the crown. To win, you must claim the crown and carry it to the target zone. The moment the crown is taken, the crown holder bears the weight of the crown, and victory now rests on the whole server, working as one. Server members must protect the crown holder and rally together to reach the target zone. The target zone forms at one of the 3 boss bases, and you can check it on the minimap. If the crown holder is defeated while on the move, the crown drops where they fell. And if a player from the enemy server grabs the dropped crown, the target zone changes. A crown touchdown is worth the most points in the Ymir Cup, so the outcome stays uncertain until
Lo
the
tiene para
final
rato,
race.
creo, ¿eh?
Whichever server lands the crown touchdown can swing the entire match. The final clash over the crown, where a single choice decides the winner.
Ito ko po na yung dalaw yan.
If time runs out in a close match with no crown touchdown, the outcome is decided by the points earned during the match. Points can be earned by destroying the Tower of Victory and Towers of Occupying, as well as capturing bases, defeating players, holding the crown, and landing crown touchdowns, as shown in the scoring table. If the final scores are tied, the tiebreaker rules decide which server wins. The stage is set. Glory awaits the victor alone. Stake the honor of your server and march toward final victory. And in that moment of glory, who will claim the crown of victory? See it all unfold in the Ymir Cup World Championship Season 2. The battle for the throne, Ymir Cup, reignited.
Sombra versus. Sombra versus. Entonces, ya no tenemos aquí versus el ganador de acá.
Hi guys, it's Bella here. It's time for the halftime interview. I have with me Sombra servers, very own Sombra, and of course Cesar from Test Server. Good to see both of you. Nice to have you join us here in Seoul. Tell me, how is it being here with us for the first time for Season 2? Should we start with Sombra first?
It's an amazing event. Everything is treating us so nicely. Actually impressive. I expected less.
Yeah, you're very, very welcome here. What about you, Cesar? How's your experience been like?
Well, I'm thankful that we came here, and I'm very thankful as well for our guide and for the people who are here because they are very nice and very gorgeous. So far it's a good experience.
Yeah, so far you say, because we have match 2 coming up, and we want to hear your thoughts about, you know, how the day's gonna go on your end and what you think about the opponent that is standing right here.
Well, technically he's not my opponent. He's just my. We're just gonna fight each other in the battlefield. But so far, I am confident with our communication skills and with our unity with our commander, Brother Lou, and with the leadership of Dudge. So I think we are somehow in good hands. But
Sígueme en mis redes sociales URL URL
What
URL.
about you, Sombra? I know you're not gonna. From what I heard, you're not gonna be competing yourself. You're here to support your server, right? What's that been like?
Basically, I manage the server because of the system we made. So all the players kind of trust me in Brazil and they're playing on my server. But I know them very well. I know they're gonna compete very harshly against the server. Their server, our is stronger. They are a lot stronger, but we have tried on our skills and commands.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, did you have a pep talk that you gave your team and your guys?
Basically, the guys doing the pep talk left the stage. But yeah, basically, we are very motivated today to play. And we're gonna do our best to try to win.
Right. I mean, they said they are afraid. They know your power. They're, you know, looking out for themselves. What would you like to say? Are you a bit of a trash talker?
No.
No.
Basically, we're not. We're banned to do that in our server. We just want to maintain a respectable game wherein all of us are friends. And the priority is to have fun.
Yeah, to have fun. And, you know, the big thing waits for you tomorrow. The winner of this match will be in the finals. What are your expectations? Any last words before you get the final, you know, ticket to the finals?
Sombra, good luck.
Oh, nice. He said, that's not trash talking. That's like a statement. What about you?
Keep your eyes open.
Keep your eyes open. All right, thank you for joining me, gentlemen. Best of luck to you for match 2. And we will be back with the final match of the day. Wave with me. Bye.
Más comerciales, no mames, güey. ¿Cuántos comerciales nos van a dar? ¿Cuántos comerciales? Tengo que esperar media hora que empiece la gente. Querían haber puesto otro tipo de PvP, ya no el mismo. Hubieran puesto algo similar a Isla. Ha sido interesante esta temporada. King of it. Entonces el domingo normal transmitimos Nightcross, que mañana es la final. El domingo Nightcross, así va a ser. Casi me olvido, si no transmitía esto no me dan mis cupones. Mis cupones, yo estaba jugando ya muy Legend. Síguele. Tienes. Si damos temporalmente se podrá volver a crear motivo. Tónicas. Indignidad. ¿Qué me expulsaron? ¿Qué hice? Ya porque de mayúscula. Ah, puede chatear en 17 segundos, sabía. Qué pendéis. No me he fijado cuántos códigos habrá.
The battle for the throne, Ymir Cup, reignited. Welcome to the battlefield where every server's top clans wage their fiercest war. The regional qualifiers in each division determine the winning server. From that server, only its top 5 clans can compete in the Ymir Cup World Championship. Up to 500 players can enter, regardless of server. When the match begins for your server, the Ymir Cup icon lights up on the right of your minimap. Press it to enter the battlefield. To begin, you're randomly placed at one of 6 starting points. When defeated, you can resurrect at one of these points and rejoin the battle, though the starting points themselves keep changing. Early in the battle, securing bases is key. Capturing a base earns points and various buffs, and lets you teleport straight to it to gain the upper hand. And the more bases you hold, the stronger those buffs become. Bases come in 2 types, normal and boss. Normal bases can be captured by interacting with the occupying stone. For boss bases, first destroy the Tower of Occupying at the entrance. Then interact with the occupying stone to capture it. Normal bases can be recaptured freely, but boss bases, once captured, can never be recaptured. So be strategic about your captures. If you couldn't secure a boss base, try a different strategy. Capture normal bases for buffs or recapture enemy bases to weaken their forces. Which bases to target, how to play it out. The tide of battle is yours to turn. If you are defeated in battle, you can resurrect and rejoin the fight, but you can only resurrect up to 3 times. So watch the battlefield and tread carefully. Luckily, 2 types of braziers appear randomly across the map. Pick one up to restore resurrection counts for your clan or your server. If casualties pile up on your server, use braziers strategically to keep the fight going. Once you've secured enough bases, the endgame begins, the fight for the Tower of Victory. Destroying the Tower of Victory earns points and brings out the crown, the key to victory or defeat. Once the crown appears, bases can no longer be captured, so timing the tower's destruction is crucial. From here, all forces converge on the final battle for the crown. To win, you must claim the crown and carry it to the target zone. The moment the crown is taken, the crown holder bears the weight of the crown, and victory now rests on the whole server, working as one. Server members must protect the crown holder and rally together to reach the target zone. The target zone forms at one of the 3 boss bases, and you can check it on the minimap. If the crown holder is defeated while on the move, the crown drops where they fell. And if a player from the enemy server grabs the dropped crown, the target zone changes. A crown touchdown is worth the most points in the Ymir Cup, so the outcome stays uncertain until the final moments. Whichever server lands the crown touchdown can swing the entire match. The final clash over the crown, where a single choice decides the winner. If time runs out in a close match with no crown touchdown, the outcome is decided by the points earned during the match. Points can be earned by destroying the Tower of Victory and Towers of Occupying, as well as capturing bases, defeating players, holding the crown, and landing crown touchdowns, as shown in the scoring table. If the final scores are tied, the tiebreaker rules decide which server wins. The stage is set. Glory awaits the victor alone. Stake the honor of your server and march toward final victory. And in that moment of glory, who will claim the crown of victory? See it all unfold in the Ymir Cup World Championship Season 2. The battle for the throne, Ymir Cup, reignited.
$19 y empieza. Oh, por cierto, ¿por qué sale así la pantalla? Ay, ¿qué dice el man? ¿Qué dice? ¿Se va a abrir un directo? Pues la pregunta es, mío, ¿en YouTube está que lo transmiten también o no? Yo no veo de YouTube. A ver. Acá está mejor, pues. Está mejor. Falta 12 minutos. Voy a tomar agua.
The battle for the throne, Ymir Cup, reignited. Welcome to the battlefield where every server's top clans wage their fiercest war. The regional qualifiers in each division determine the winning server. From that server, only its top 5 clans can compete in the Ymir Cup World Championship. Up to 500 players can enter, regardless of server. When the match begins for your server, the Ymir Cup icon lights up on the right of your minimap. Press it to enter the battlefield. To begin, you're randomly placed at one of 6 starting points. When defeated, you can resurrect at one of these points and rejoin the battle, though the starting points themselves keep changing. Early in the battle, securing bases is key. Capturing a base earns points and various buffs, and lets you teleport straight to it to gain the upper hand. And the more bases you hold, the stronger those buffs become. Bases come in 2 types, normal and boss. Normal bases can be captured by interacting with the occupying stone. For boss bases, first destroy the Tower of Occupying at the entrance, then interact with the occupying stone to capture it. Normal bases can be recaptured freely, but boss bases, once captured, can never be recaptured, so be strategic about your captures. If you couldn't secure a boss base, try a different strategy. Capture normal bases for buffs or recapture enemy bases to weaken their forces. Which bases to target, how to play it out. The tide of battle is yours to turn. If you are defeated in battle, you can resurrect and rejoin the fight, but you can only resurrect up to 3 times. So watch the battlefield and tread carefully. Luckily, 2 types of braziers appear randomly across the map. Pick one up to restore resurrection counts for your clan or your server. If casualties pile up on your server, use braziers strategically to keep the fight going. Once you've secured enough bases, the endgame begins, the fight for the Tower of Victory. Destroying the Tower of Victory earns points and brings out the crown, the key to victory or defeat. Once the crown appears, bases can no longer be captured, so timing the tower's destruction is crucial. From here, all forces converge on the final battle for the crown. To win, you must claim the crown and carry it to the target zone. The moment the crown is taken, the crown holder bears the weight of the crown, and victory now rests on the whole server, working as one. Server members must protect the crown holder and rally together to reach the target zone. The target zone forms at one of the 3 boss bases, and you can check it on the minimap. If the crown holder is defeated while on the move, the crown drops where they fell. And if a player from the enemy server grabs the dropped crown, the target zone changes. A crown touchdown is worth the most points in the Ymir Cup, so the outcome stays uncertain until the final moments. Whichever server lands the crown touchdown can swing the entire match. The final clash over the crown, where a single choice decides the winner. If time runs out in a close match with no crown touchdown, the outcome is decided by the points earned during the match. Points can be earned by destroying the Tower of Victory and Towers of Occupying, as well as capturing bases, defeating players holding the crown, and landing crown touchdowns, as shown in the scoring table. If the final scores are tied, the tiebreaker rules decide which server wins. The stage is set. Glory awaits the victor alone. Stake the honor of your server and march toward final victory. In that moment of glory, who will claim the crown of victory? See it all unfold in the Ymir Cup World Championship Season 2. The battle for the throne, Ymir Cup, reignited.
Chase. Esta para Chet va a ser facilito, la verdad. Esta Chet lo va a ganar como si nada. Dos minutos y 40. Ya mismo empieza. Ahí están los dos códigos. Esto ya va a empezar. Va a empezar.
Hello everyone, it's Bella here and welcome back to Ymir Cup World Championship Season 2. And now that our first match, King Server, is done and dusted, we only have more excitement and tension growing. Looking back at match 1, the introduction of the life system, we definitely saw the changes that the team operates and battles, the ones that they have prepared. And new strategies and decisions that we did not see in Season 1, we were able to catch some of them in our first match. And our players waiting behind me for match 2 are all locked in and very focused given our halftime interviews. And before our match 2 begins, I have yet another surprise prepared for you. As a thank you for waiting till the end, we have a special gift. It's the World Championship Package Coupon. As you can see on the bottom of the screen, enter the code so that you could claim your reward. And of course, for our KR users, remember to put the alphabets KR at the end of the coupon when redeeming it. You guys know the drill. And our last battle for the ticket to the finals begins. Chess Server and Sombra Server are about to have a big fiery showdown. Which team will advance to the finals? I have no idea, and I'm super excited. So we're gonna send it over to G, Clef, and Wolf and get to the games.
Vamos a...
Ymir Cup World Championship Season 2, we are back with our second match of the day. I'm feeling match 2 is going to be a lot more contest than match number 1, Wolf.
Well, I'm really hoping so, G-Clef, because match number 1 ended up ending in like 13 minutes and 52 seconds or something like that.
Quite one-sided, to be honest.
Incredibly quick, and I think no one necessarily expected the strategy that we saw there from Kings to just rush in and go for the tower victory straight away. Both these teams have been able to watch that match and potentially even adjust or adapt their strategy based on what they saw already. So really curious to see how the evolution of this tournament will continue.
Maybe if one team thinks that they have much more power, or in terms of number compared to the other team, maybe they can just go straight to the center and take the big tower, take the crown, finish it. But I don't think that's going to be the case for match number 2. It's a lot more closer in numbers, not just the number of people, warriors participating in the battlefield, the power between the two teams. It's a lot more closer compared to match number 1 that we have. So I think this will be quite a fight, actually, into like 40, 50 minutes even. Maybe at the end of the timer for 1 hour.
Yeah, I mean, I hope we get to see a really big crown contest. We did hear in the post-game interview that, you know, they were saying, the Kings representative said that the chess server is considered to be the heavy favorites, right? And I think I and you would both agree with that. But that they know Sombra is quite strong. They know that that server actually has a lot more power than I think people realize. So maybe this matchup, and hopefully this matchup, will be a lot closer.
I think so. The moment they get in, I think they will get like some feelings, test the waters a little bit, because Sombra does have really big powerhouse players, certainly. I think they have to really pinpoint them down first and then try to see, okay, can we actually nail them down with the amount of forces that we have, strategy that we have prepared? Or if that fails, then, you know, chess might be in a rush and they might turn into a different strategy. I think because we are somewhat tighter in terms of power between the two teams, we do have to work with the outer bases first. I don't think we go straight into the big tower in the center. Maybe even contest for some of the bosses, which you have to capture if it's somewhat matching numbers.
Yeah, I would hope to see that, because that's how the battlefield is designed, right? I don't think that with a much closer number of players in the actual battlefield itself, that you would be able to just go straight to the tower victory. But time will tell, as our second semifinal here for Season 2 is about to be kicked off here. It's Chess against Sombra.
Yes, coming to meet our Warriors on the stage, Ymir Cup semifinals match number 2. Chess versus Sombra. First team, they've united as one for this Ymir Cup. Chess server.
Chess server coming out onto the stage, putting their banner in. A big favorite coming into this matchup, but very respectful in the pregame halftime interview, as well as we do see Master H, Akma, Caesar, and Brolu take the stage here amongst applause. See if they can live up to the expectations that have been set. They look confident, but also very gentlemanly as well, as we saw in that pregame interview.
Yeah, exactly. And they mentioned that it's all about the teamwork, but their opponent came together all the way to Korea to create one great achievement. Sombra server.
Sombra all the way from SA, and Sombra himself is going to take the stage here. Our special guest to cheer on his squad. Some thought-provoking glances here, some confidence out of Sombra himself, as we do have Haku as well joining on the stage. This team comes in again as underdogs, but a team that everyone respects, a server that is feared in SA.
Very strong team overall. See, as players take the stage, take the seats, and get ready for our big battle on the field. We'll have a lot more of them joining online. Just have the players here on the stage, but you know, it's about the battlefield fight and how they rotate. This is all about the strategy.
Now, notably, Sombra will not be participating in the match, not the server, but the one it is named for, so that's why he's not taking the stage. Now, here are our representatives here for Chess. We have Master H with a recent name change, Akma, Caesar, and Brolu. These are the ones who were just on stage moments ago. As Master H, definitely the highest combat power player of these three at 455,000 as an archer. In the D-Bro clan, which is a very notable clan here in Chess.
Yeah, with TVZ and Roundtable, Checkmate, all really well-known clans, all put together to join in forces for this Chess server to maybe win the semifinals, go all the way and take the trophy home for Season 2. Their opponent, though, Sombra, is here to stop all that.
Yeah, now these three members, like what we saw from NAEU 004 earlier, are all representatives of the same clan in Neverlost. So as you can see here, we have 3 different clans represented here, so they're all going to be communicating with
no va a tener nada de chance contra.
In the match, on the other side here for Sombra, we have Haku, who's actually, as a rune fighter here, our sole representative of rune fighter in this tournament. So very excited to see how he's going to perform. Has a very, very strong amount of combat power at 460,000.
That's right. Compared to all the other classes, Rune Fighter relatively newer compared to the other classes. We don't have that many high tier, like top tier Rune Fighter compared to the other classes. But if you can manage to pull your power that high, you have a lot of bruising power, some damage by yourself, lots of CCs. You can also take damage and bring in the forces in the front line. Yeah. So that's the power of Rune Fighter.
It takes a lot of mastery to be able to play Rune Fighter at this level and to know when to go in and when to find that backline access, because you are a lot squishier than any other frontliner. So if you go in at the wrong moment, you will be focused down, you will be easily taken out. So he has to pick his battles correctly while managing so much more as we move into our second semifinal. Now, the big question on my mind going into this is, will we see a repeat of the rush to the Tower of Victory? Because you're saying you think probably not. I think there's still a chance that we could end up seeing what we saw last time and how much that choke point control mattered. A big brawl on the Tower of Victory. We're talking everyone on the server is fighting for control right at minute 1. But both these teams might not prepare that strategy. They might want to look for base control and a slower approach, going for faster takes of the Tower of Occupyings, so that they can then get those boss bases and operate through that to then control the crown push.
The moment they go in and realize their starting points, I think they can go, they can immediately change the strategy and go for the normal base and rotate, starting from the excerpt into the choke points. There are only 3 big choke points when we come in from exterior into interior. And those are going to be like 12, 10, 9, 8 normal bases first. And then they work their way in if they go in.
¿Qué fue, Cristian?
So I think that should be the first. If
Bueno,
they
se viene
have
la
a big
siguiente
clash
semifinal,
moment
Shell
to start, I don't
versus
think they will go for the immediate
Sombra.
power. So we will see.
Sombra y
We'll
DSA.
see how they form, because it seems like they need to do some extra testing before we actually hop into the game immediately. So
Aquí
we'll have some
haciendo
time.
hora.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, you guys are all Legend of Ymir players. You guys have all followed, you know, I'd say probably a lot of you watched Season 1, and we've changed the rules here a little bit. We have the life system, which G-Clef and I talked about earlier, where you have 3 revives. But ultimately, you know how this works. We have 500 people.
Juega tus
coming
juegos
into
masivos sin
around
lag hasta un
approximately
50% de
going
descuento en el
into
plan anual
this battle.
URL.
So that means that we have people all over the world, in South America to Asia, right? Logging into
Jajaja,
the
eres
server. So thank
pendejo
you
para
for your
hacerme
patience,
4 en la mañana.
as we do make sure everyone's in, everyone has the correct settings, so we can have
4 de
the
la
most
mañana.
legitimate,
¿Cómo que 4 de la
best
mañana?
competitive
¿Qué
integrity
país
and
eres?
peak, match possible. So
Yeah,
bear
¿Qué
with
país
me.
eres?
Yeah, usually when I go
Para
through
que
these
sea
like,
4 de la
sub
mañana.
awards, of course or not that many times, so actually physically joining with the voices with the clans, but still
No en la mañana
when
digo.
there's this much of a
Ah,
fight
no,
and because
es
of
que
reward,
me
of course,
invitaron
everyone's getting
también.
the
O
reward,
sea,
but
me
if you get the
invitaron.
first
No es
place,
que
it's like there are
ya tenían
some
un
really
party
good
ya.
selectors that
Y yo no
doubles.
te invité,
If
el
you
que
get
te invitó
double
fue él.
Entendiste
selector,
mal,
then it's
dije
a lot
M4.
more reward, of course.
Ah,
From
ya.
the second
Es que
place,
yo no
third
te
place
invité
gets a lot of
tampoco.
reward,
Ellos
but
te habían
first
invitado.
place,
O estabas en el party, creo.
oh man, I don't even know. That's a big upgrade in your power.
Absolutely.
Also,
I mean,
for the entire server, so it's
it's
worth a lot.
It's worth so much, and it of course will make your server stronger for example, you know, a potential season 3, right? And for the rest of time, right? So if you get that, it's such a permanent win for your server, for your region, and that's what you're fighting for here. You're fighting for more than just this match.
So
Jajaja, sí, pero
it seems
pensé
like
que era
we have
porque
a
tú
couple
habías
of minutes
pedido
to
eso o
get
sea
set
hacer el
things
Dungeon.
up, so we'll have the coupon once again. I believe
It's
it
gonna
should
come
pop
up.
up
There
right
it
there.
is.
There it is.
And make sure that if you are
Ah, sí,
watching
sí, había
this
pedido
as a
por mundo.
creator, you
No
are
pensé
on
que
the
me fueran a
Korean
invitar.
server, you add
No pensé que me fueran a
KR
invitar tan
At the end,
rápido.
yeah, at the end to
Pero ya
have
estabas
the
en el
coupon
party
code for
tú.
the Korean
Ymir,
coupon
a ver,
codes.
otro código.
It's
Ymir
available until July 4th,
CS
so you have about a
Glory.
week, but you better do it right now because you want
Ymir CS
all of
Glory.
these in
Don't
one
forget.
package.
I'll do it later. Don't do it later. Do it right now.
If you do it later, you oftentimes forget. That's the thing. You have to do it now or later. And
Ymir
we will have more
CS2.
codes later.
Also,
So do it now. That's all you
as,
need.
You know, Bella mentioned earlier, we do currently have an event where if you subscribe to the Ymir Global YouTube channel, you can
Yes.
actually get some rewards there as well. It'll be gifted globally. So if you haven't
Ymir.
subscribed and you're just tuning in right now and you're watching, press that subscribe button.
I subscribed twice already. Wolf, did you?
I actually subscribed 4 times.
Mira,
Double. You have a lot of accounts.
loco, que
Nice. We need that number, though. We need that number to reach the maximum price. So
Cuatro
go do it now
códigos.
if you haven't. And on top of that, we have so many Ymir Cup events happening in-game. Like, if you go in-game and you log in every single day, there's like a gazillion pop-up that you have to do not see this today, do not see this today, do not see this again today. Because there's so many events. This is a festival like Ymir Cup. There's so much
Absolutely.
going on, so much reward. If you go check all the rewards, there's so much that you should have got already. If you missed it, make sure to check each one of them, see what you can get even today.
I mean, if you're able to get some of these big rewards, then if you're, for example, watching this thinking, one day I want to be in one of these clans that plays in the Ymir Cup World Championship in the future, right? Maybe that's one of the big steps that gets you closer and closer, gets you noticed.
To the top
Here's
ranks.
the YouTube sub button we talked about. We are
I
moving
hear
along the line.
We are only like 300 away
Wow.
from 95K, maybe 100K. I think I heard 300. Yeah, 300 away. Wow.
So
All of
get
you
in
watching now, get an extra account, hit that subscribe button, and we are on. I believe the last one has the most amount of prize. So
there. That's
better
what
do
it
it
looks
now.
like to me.
We already did it, so you should also join. And I'm sure Bella's doing it on the backstage right
Yes,
now,
of course.
getting that number up. So not just these, there's a whole lot of set of events. We can't go through all of them because there's just so much going on. It's been going on for the last weeks since the tournament was announced. And it will also continue after this weekend as well. So please keep in mind that it is going on in the game, and try to get all the rewards possible, because you might end up needing those resources.
You will.
Maybe not today, but maybe tomorrow, maybe the next week, when you try to level up, when you try to grind your gears higher towards the maximum. Maybe you're not in the top 700 yet, but in that line where you kind of can.
You know, look.
Try to push forward.
You always want to be prepared. We all know the story, G-Clef, and you and I are now fathers, of the 3 little pigs. You want to build your house with bricks, not with straw.
With cement.
Yeah. Make your setup robust. Have all the tools possible. All you got to do is participate in our events.
Yeah, I know. Put the concrete down at the base. Make sure it's solid and nice. Cannot be broken at all. And then just work your way up. And
I'm not trying to say I'm the big bad wolf, although I am wolf that's going to blow your house down if you don't. But somebody out there might take your spot. As we are slowly, it looks like, getting some people.
Yeah, I think we're about 40 minutes out now, which we're getting ready to jump right into the battlefield. As soon as that is ready, we will have the stage out for you. And just minutes away. And which means we have the coupon. Is it a different coupon this time? Here we have the coupon.
Otro
Okay,
cupón.
this is the other coupon. It's a package.
Ojito, ojito con los cupones, ¿ah?
WCS
Ojito con los cupones.
Final Clash or WCS2 Final Clash
Ojito
KR.
con los cupones. Go.
And that KR code, of course, for Koreans watching this, applies to all of these codes.
Yeah, exactly. Lots of coupons already. I better put in. I wrote them down for the first match. Have 2 more to put him down, so it seems like we already have 4. Some of these packages are actually incredible, very useful for every day, getting those upgrades for your weapons and your equipments. I think that's exactly what you need in package 4. And a lot more materials. Yes, there are a lot more currencies being added also with the new expedition. And we need all of it.
You gotta get all of it. You gotta max out. Nobody wants to be like.
Apóyame con tus semillas y obtén cupones. URLLY.
Hay 5 cupones, 5 códigos.
The guy you ran into,
5 códigos.
code in, but you didn't.
Oh,
that's the worst.
Hey, Wolf.
Oye, ¿a qué hora se empieza ya? Quiero ver.
Okay, getting very close. Very, very close.
For 89?
That may not be updated.
That may not be updated, I think. Yes, because we're supposed to hit 95. We're supposed to hit 95. Can we get more? Can we get more subscribers right now? Click that.
Smash that sub button.
If you only have 1 account, make one right now. I think you have some time. It doesn't take that long.
You don't have a YouTube account? What are you doing in 2026?
I probably have 6 YouTube accounts.
Then why'd you only sub twice, G-Clef? What are you doing?
Oh, I didn't bring my phone. Didn't bring my extra phones. Only brought my phone and the laptop.
Also, why do you have so many YouTube accounts?
There are reasons. There are reasons. One for gaming, one for esports, to get the algorithm right.
Yeah. One for your children, you know. I get it.
Yes. So hopefully we get that through before we are done with the match number 2. And here we're about a minute left.
Wow.
Before we get into the battlefield. So both teams should be finally focusing on the summary.
I'm so ready to see what the strategy looks like in this one compared to the last one. Do they go straight for tower victory? Do they go straight for the bases? They try to cut off the memories from getting to those bases. Which towers of occupying are the ones that go to? Obviously, a lot of it's going to come down to the spawns. You know, are they spawning on the exact opposite of each other, a little bit closer to each other? Are they going to clash on the way over? All of this stuff will be decided as soon as we get in there. So I don't want to speculate, but I am very excited for it.
Yeah, depending on the starting point, if they spawn on the other side, then they will just have draw half line in the middle and then take these bases, maybe the boss on the left, And the other side, exactly the same in the mirror match. And then something might happen. Seems like the game is almost being ready to load in.
Listo.
It's happening,
Let's go. Ya empezó.
Match number 2 of the semifinals
Ahí
of day number
vamos.
1 of Ymir Cup World Championship. Here we go.
Por fin. Ya se pone la.
Chess loading in numbers over 200. Sombra about to be, getting all the players loaded up into the battlefield, and they're spawning. Sombra, I believe, at 1 o'clock. At 1 o'clock. Chess from 7 o'clock. So it's totally the opposite side. They won't be clashing.
All right,
right
as we
now.
rush into the center right now, we're going to see where these two do end up
The
colliding.
big contest, I think 4 and 6 will be the big contest at
A
center.
few players have actually been sent off to the south here for Team Chess to potentially wrap around, as you guys could see at the bottom, but otherwise everyone is heading in. Now, as we see fanning out here, not entering the Tower of Victory zone just yet, here is Sombra. However, a few members of Chess are actually in that center zone, gaining information as we're starting to see these bases get captured.
Yeah, 4 and 6, not much of a contest, but 5 I think will be the key, because 3 in the middle is the boss, so it'll take a lot more time. Already going for the Tower of Occupying.
All right, so with this, Chess are going for this early Tower of Occupying, looking for a fast take of the boss base. And this actually takes a very long time, as you guys will see if you look at Tower of Occupying 2.
Yeah, this is the south, the number 2 base.
But with this many players focusing it down, it will be much faster, obviously, than the Tower of Victory. And with archers, you want to have all your archers focusing it down, because it doesn't matter how much damage or combat power, it's kind of tick-based, so how many hits you hit onto it is the speed at which you do it, so the number of players matters more than the strength of player. And in fact, you kind of want to have your stronger players controlling zones elsewhere. Right now, 4 normal bases to 3, as Chess have the advantage there, and so a small buff lead over Team Sombra.
Oh, Sombra does take 4 over. Let's see which team. We're seeing some big contest over by 5. I think this is exactly the place, or on the way. There's a lot of battle, and the Scald does get knocked, but still plenty of HP.
Team Sombra actually also looking for a bit of a wraparound. You know, on the map you can see they're actually looking for kind of a pincer here. This actually could end up being pretty huge if they're able to get behind Team Chess and get some of their damage dealers a little bit exposed.
Yeah, they intentionally got a few parties off. Going for all the way out. Let's see some of the big ultimates being dropped. Chess pushing down line, but somewhat being sandwiched on both sides. Seems like they are okay.
Tower of Occupying about to go down here. Still so much
being
controls
pushed.
from
Sombra trying to evade into the boss tower.
Getting so close to it, but
who can get the last hit?
It's definitely going to be Chess, I think.
Very likely.
Death God got it.
And most of the damage should have come from Chess.
Getting the tower alone is huge. It gives you a huge point.
Está dominando el Chess demasiado fuerte,
What's going to happen right now is here comes Sombra trying to deny that channel from coming through.
The boss base, 500 per each. They can certainly go in, but there's a huge contest. Sombra came late, and that's why they're slightly lower in terms of numbers.
Yeah, they also just don't have the positional advantage, so Chess are just mowing them down right now. Look at the defeated numbers.
Yeah, no,
they have
poderoso.
defeated number of Sombra, so all these players have lost their initial revives and are going to have to try to rush over here to that base.
Hola, y un solo golpe barre todos.
Names from Chess going around, trying to get close.
Yeah, a Rune Fighter himself as well, trying to make sure that no one can get in here and stop the channel. Sombra are denying the channel, but
archers.
It ultimately does go over to Chess here. Now, they do have this boss base as well as those 4 normal bases, and Sombra spent so many resources trying to deny that capture. They've lost so many of their players. They've also lost a lot of control. Now, right now, Chess are chasing down those stragglers, because if you get left behind here, you're going to die and then get desynced. So what will happen next is Team Chess will then move into the Tower of Victory zone. You can see some of these clan members trying to control this top side here, are trying to see if they can get better position. But look at all these isolated members here of Sombra just getting left behind. Team Chess pulls ahead 1,200 points, and the next point of call is going to be that Tower of Victory once they clean up. As here's Jennifer 11 as well from Bill Serpents, one of the most notable members here of this server.
Yeah, one of the biggest archers, the strongest, most powerful archer in the entire, not just in the server,
but in the world, basically.
In the world, basically. Hearing rumors that Jennifer is closer to like 600k power level, and there's an entire party around Jennifer as well. So we'll see.
Now we've seen the toggle of the revives. You can see most of these players here on chess still have all of their revives. Team Sombra not so lucky.
But you don't even need it.
Yeah, they are going to focus this down. Though it's so valuable just in case this goes longer. You don't want to let anyone on the enemy team have any comeback here. So instead of actually going for the Tower Victor, they're going to look for this Brazier instead. And it's down to about 70%, 60% health here. And see, some of the Team Sombra members are trying to contest, but the Sombra server just isn't making that much headway.
Yeah, because they have so many members around this already. Just putting much focus. Can anyone even contest and come? They will be pinned down, tapped, radared, and pinned immediately. I see some of the members from Sombra all the way over, but they're just climbing behind the choke point. Can they get here in time? I think it's about 10% HP left on the soul.
Looks like the pressure here is just not really working out. Big heal drop down, and they are just focusing this down. It is going to go over to Team Chess. Chess server will get it. Ripper Jack picks it up. So that'll be +1 resurrection.
Yeah, but the max is 3, so you do not get to up to 4, even if you get an extra.
But
so
still, I mean, so many of those players who lost their first are now back up to 3. So resources-wise,
and also the opponent did not get to take it away from you.
And you know, Sombra server already has one player who's dead completely off the server, and that number's gonna go up and up as they try to get control of the Tower of Victory circle, but they can't get access, and they're actually just basically what we're seeing from Chess right now is catching these stragglers, and they're much better grouped up right now. As you can see, some of these entry points here, so tough as a Tower of Occupying here is under attack by Sombra, but they are just going to get gunned down before they can get it.
Yeah,
only taking 2% of that Tower of Occupying.
Oh, Chess trying to push all the way. This is near base 1. This was supposed to be the side of Sombra. Chess pushing all the way.
They're pushing
this way
so hard right now.
Oh
and
my!
They just lost so many members.
They're stealing the base as well, so might as well catch all 5 normal bases, and they might actually steal the tower away. That's huge.
Really rough here for Sombra server.
All got their hands on the occupying stone.
Here we go, Tower
Tiene que ser imparable,
just not really accessible here for Sombra.
At base 8. And Chess, they're trying to steal this boss away now, which is gonna make Sombra respawn very hard to do because they were supposed to take one side, like 1 o'clock to 3 o'clock. So with this boss away,
en
then
kills,
I don't even know where
puntos,
they
en todo, ya que se lo lleva.
spawn now, except for the starting point.
So keep in mind they also have 2 less buffs because it's 5 bases currently to Chess, which is the maximum you can have because you only have 5 clans and each clan has to occupy 1 base. But Sombra only has 3 bases, so not only are they outnumbered, and very quickly, as you can see now, 5 players have been eliminated, becoming more and more outnumbered. They aren't as powerful because they don't have those buffs. And like you said, they won't have the ability to teleport there on respawn.
Look, if
Chess gets base 7, and they have full control right now. They're rotating quickly, getting the more relevant bases.
Yes. You try to rotate, if you get pinned down, you do have to really be careful where you go, which path you take. If you're alone, you will get sniped just like this. Look, Chess, the line really pushing them all the way around. This is actually outskirts, not even near the base at all.
This is a bit of a clan battle between Unleash here and Old Boys, but Old Boys look like they don't have a prayer in this one. They're just getting focused down, destroyed. Poor Maki's here.
Yeah, this is near the starting points, and because Sombra, they just cannot get in. There are so many choke points that are being controlled by Chess. They just have to go rotate so far and try to focus with their members, but this party that Chess has, there's a lot of power in them.
So Chess is going to replace one of their normal bases with a second boss base. That is their plan. They have full control over Tower of Occupying base 1, exactly. Base 1's going to go down here. It's 19%. There's not really anyone nearby to contest. So it looks like what Sombra are doing are trying to get the replacement base on the other side, but it is going to be so tough because they're being marked by all of these clans here from Chess. So Checkmate is the clan that's focusing Tower of Occupying right now, with some help from the other clans like Kill Serpents here and Bro and TBJ.
There are a couple of members.
This is so many points. This is worth so many points. And they're going to get them. So many members of Sombra are dying trying to get in here.
200 points.
And
of course,
Ezra who gets it. And that will eventually be channeled here into a second boss base.
Did they even
Oh,
want
está,
to
ya.
channel, or were they just going for the extra points on the Tower of Occupying? I think they're just going for the extra points.
They got it.
And they're rotating again.
They left because they don't need the DPS to kill the Tower of Occupying anymore, but they left there a few members,
they got
a few
the second
guards.
boss
They did get it. They've changed one of their normal bases to this boss base, and now look like they're heading for control of the Tower of Victory. That being said, maybe not. Maybe they're actually going to rush over here. They've skipped the Tower of Victory and looking for the third Tower of Occupying. They're looking for 3 boss base control.
All of the base control, because the base once the boss base is controlled, the opponent cannot take it back, unlike the normal bases. So if they have 3 control, they just have so much spawn of opportunities everywhere. 1 o'clock, 6 o'clock, and also 11 o'clock.
It's just so much more space control on the map right now for Team Chess, because they're up right now 16 members and they have a lot of extra buffs. Their power level across the map is so much stronger that it's hard for Sombra to actually rotate, and they can't break this phalanx anymore. This is all the archers are over here focusing this down. As you can see,
last life,
never lost members. And Pogador, the star player, he does not want to be
Only
losing
have
one of
two
these
left.
revives. He does
if
not
you die
want to lose
now, then he cannot really contest with the crown fight. Oh,
Te
getting
volteó
taken down
los
might
dos.
be.
He needs to get out. He needs to get out.
Hola.
He already used the escape.
Hola,
Okay, the heal comes
bestia.
through.
Está Pope.
He's taken some of these members
Bocador.
with him. He's actually surviving for a really long time
También
here.
está
But
fuerte
even
el
now, this is
Bocador,
a
¿ah?
disaster.
Okay, the Scald's near him. And another backstab
¿Cuánto de
shot.
poder tendrá Pocador?
A backstep shot not
He's
only
low,
brings you back, you can also stun the opponents. So it is a really good escape
He's
mechanic.
mounted. He's
okay.
safe. But that's the one point of good news, because the rest of the news is bad. Tower of Occupying 3 is down to 40%.
Casi le hacen la de
and there's
Taxi
just
Sígueme
no
en mis redes
contest. There's a
sociales.
small contingency
URL,
of, I believe,
URL,
never lost members
URL.
near that Tower of Occupying, but they cannot get close enough.
Queda dos
I think
barras
the
de
goal
vida, ya
for
la mataron
Sombra
a
now
ella.
should be to try to regroup. As you can see, Pogador is
Again, within the time, trying to pinpoint one at a time, trying to do some damage when
any
it's
members
possible.
he can find, he wants
But
to
he
pick
has
them
to be
off.
careful. There's an entire party of Chess trying to take him down. Oh, he was massively
No
CC'd there.
mames.
He picked a fight thinking that maybe he could have a straggler, and they just turned and destroyed him. As Boss MC gets another here as well. Boss MC, one of the star players here.
Otra muerte más y creo que vale ya.
They have 2
¿A
boss
qué lo voy a
bases.
hacer? Ya, por las
That's
puras,
the
para
final life.
sentirlo.
Yeah, have another death count.
Yeah, they're just adding so many here. And right now there's 20 dead effectively for Sombra, and they're going to all respawn. Now, if that third boss base gets picked, by the way, 10% on this Tower of Occupying, they have, in the event of a huge battle here for the Tower of Victory, they have massive spawn advantage. These Tower of Occupying cannot be retaken. So for the rest of this game, Chess will have massive fast travel advantages to be able to get closer to reinforce the battle for the Tower of Victory. So instead of just going straight forward like we saw from Kings earlier, Chess are basically ticking all their boxes, being incredibly safe, methodical. As here's another shot of Jennifer 11 here.
Yeah, another boss base. Trying to go toward it.
They've
Tower
got all 3.
Contribution plus the last hit, 400 each. So that's Chess maintaining that 1,200 at least for them. Here we go, Wolf into the Tower of Victory at 46 minutes after all the bosses.
So we're definitely going to have a longer game than we had in our previous semifinals, but it doesn't necessarily look like it's going to be any less one-sided. They have full control. And remember, in our last match, there was a ton of control over the Tower of
Ya están
Victory.
tomando la torre
They
principal
didn't
ya.
have all of these buffs that Chess has. Chess has control and the buff advantage and the spawn advantage, and they are just picking off these never lost members here left and right.
But I do see some of the Chess members with like 2 and 3 lives left. The Pogador, yes, we saw him going down, so only 1 heart above his head. As you can see, 671 defeated.
He's
on
the
other
star
side,
player.
7-7.
But he
So you
can't-
just can't get in.
can't
So you have
get
to
in.
wait until the tower is down entirely, and then maybe go for like 1 final push. There's only 1 opportunity now.
Yeah. It's going to take a really long time for the Tower of Victory to go down because, again, like I mentioned before, it's not necessarily about your combat power, your damage. The fact they have these buffs doesn't necessarily make this go down faster. They still have to be careful about how they do this. They don't want to be losing members to the tower itself, but they have the faster respawn, so even if they do, they can. Not to mention they got the Brazier earlier, so have more revives. Like, they have all the tools. All the cards are in their hand right now.
You see some of the members with black cards with 1 and 2 left. So it is not impossible. Like at the beginning, the defeated counts were like triple the amount from Chess to Sombra, but it's like about double plus a little bit more. So Sombra did have some kills. Okay, 285.
Bit of an angle here for Neverlost to get a potential pick onto Keon. Looks like he's going to go down, so loses one of his hearts. So good catch there. Old Boys here trying to cut off these Unleash members as well. You can see if they can get Nokia, that would be huge. But getting it, again, into this point is the
ya no puede ni matar Sombra ya.
As you can see as well, 85%, right? It's taking a really long time to get this.
No llega a 300 de kills.
This is the basics. Yeah, it's trying to get all the bosses first because you
Ese boss está fuerte
to
también.
bring the crown into one of those 3. Anyhow, so Chess made sure that they're going a little more safe compared to our first match, but still, it seems like they have the power level. 5,000 points for Chess now. Sombra, in comparison, about 1,300.
They're only on 2 bases. They don't have a 3rd base.
It's hard. They do have the base 9, and I believe 8.
Yes, that's
but
correct.
Still, their 8 is about to be turned over as well, because the inner is nearly 80% plus is controlled by Chess. See?
Oh
Chess
my
just
God,
took it away from them again.
So they can't get more than 5 bases, but they can specifically deny all the bases and all the buffs, and they are doing it systematically as Sombra struggle.
They're taking the buffs away. That's the thing. Buff level now is 1.
And it will shortly be 0 if they lose control of that final base 9, by the way, which is being taken by Phil Serpents as we speak. Phil Serpents is taking it. It's gone. That's it. 0! No bases left for Sombra. They have 487 points. It's the kill points alone they have left.
488. Unlike the first season, we don't stack in
No,
points. If you lose the base,
you lose
the point, and then the other team takes the points instead. So that's why Sombra's points are getting lower as they lose the bases. 300 and plus defeated. Okay, they're getting some work done on the outskirts. Oh, but it's about the base, and if you are spawning so far away, look
at all these members that only have 1 life left, and they've already lost 20 members, period, off their server. And that number is only going to increase as this continues. The Tower Victory is down to 65% here.
Gone. But still, because of the base and the spawn, Sombra, they're not going to be spawned kept, but once it comes down to like few final, because they already lost 23, which means they already lost like 10% of their entire power on the field. And because if you have like only 1 life left, you cannot be aggressive as you used to be.
Well, I mean, look at this. Any 0 heart members over here? I see 1. I see 2. They're all so healthy, G-Clef.
Whoa. Look at how many archers we have on the field.
So
if you have issues choosing classes, archers are the way.
Archers are the bread of
war.
butter.
You have so much mobility, fleeing tactics.
Okay,
evasion.
this is one.
Okay, here we go.
Here we go. This is the big one. Now, you only have 1 Hail Mary chance left here as Sombra to break through. If you can actually start picking off members who are focusing the Tower Victory, perhaps even during the Tower Victory attack, there's a world where you could actually maybe get some momentum and get some control over the choke point. That's what you have to pray for if you are Sombra. They got their bases back, and now they're setting up for a push. This is their last chance, frankly, G-Clef.
Trying to go for base 7 and 10. They've got it pretty quickly. Can they actually get... Oh, okay, 4 bases in their hands at least. So
tiene demasiada gente fuerte. En una parte arriba en la torre principal y otra parte haciendo PvP. Pero la diferencia es el doble de kills.
Yeah, the buffs, they have the buffs. Now they have 5 buffs. They have the base buff level 5, which means this is the time to fight before those get taken away. And as you see, so many of these members are so low. They need to do it, and they need to do it fast as another one goes down. 38 members
see a lot
removed.
Of these 1 health, 1 life left members in the party. They're moving together at least now, which is very good news. Been pointing onto Neko ATK.
Okay,
3 lives.
Reses, but he is, of course, just going to be able to teleport straight back to the boss space. So, need to turn this into an opportunity if possible. As again, this Tower Victory is getting lower and lower.
Yeah, we should get to see the mini-map, because on the mini-map, all the Sombra members on the right, rotating outskirts.
They're looking for
Maybe
that final push.
Yes.
It's
At
that
least they
final
control
push.
the choke point this time so they can get closer to the base 8.
So base 5 is where I think that's the approach angle they
That's
probably
tough.
need to take, because if you go through there, that's where you're going to have the respawn. That's where most of your team is right now. But as you can see, some of them are moving north. They're splitting into 2 groups. So maybe they're trying to go for a bit of a pincer attack. Either way, they've only got one real shot, and they're just gonna Chess are like, well, we're just gonna take the fight to you. They're gonna leave some of the DPS on the Tower of Victory, and they're gonna try to catch some of these stragglers and try to eliminate further the Team Sombra members.
That's why the Tower of Victory was going down slower and slower, because a lot of these high power parties, I think they have came down off of the field trying to go for the choke point and follow the members of Sombra. Look, already 62 dead.
Yeah, 62
they cannot
dead.
come back.
I mean, that's a third.
Adding to that 65
that's
now.
a third of their player base, and so many more are going down as Chess continue to hit the Tower of Victory. It's just getting worse and worse here for Sombra. Yeah, now they're getting spawn camped for those who have the ability to respawn, because that's far and few between. Very few people can respawn.
There are few parties coming down from the base 11 on the left side. They've got some control to keep the buffs up at least. They found some. They found a hole to poke in, but immediately they have to retreat back. They just cannot contest. Look!
Tower Victory.
Dead hearts!
25%.
They haven't really found the Brazers if they spawn, but with this less of a controlled field, I don't know if they can.
See Team Chess replacing one of their bases for better respawns. They're looking for this fight.
Going down.
Yeah, a few more. Yuji! Yuji's down. Looks like here, isolated.
If you don't have your Scald party member, getting those revived right next to you, you are...
They're losing a lot of their old boy clan members.
Movement decrease.
And the Tower
Acá
Victory
ya
down to
queda menos de un
22,
cuarto de vida.
constantly being pushed down further
Menos de un
and
cuarto de vida la
further.
torre que no no supera.
Last chance, last fight.
Ojito, se armó un desmadre.
Now or never. They're not
Acaba
going
de
to wait for the
armar
crown,
un
so
desmadre ahí.
they stopped doing some damage on the Tower of
Carlos de
Victory, trying to
Sombra.
go for the push.
So many
Se va
members
todos
of the
en medio,
Berserkers
Berserkers
down
are
here.
pushing the front line. Even the Skull's doing massive damage. That AoE.
Skull trying to look for a heal here for these Sombra members, but they're up to 80 dead now.
Yeah, Jennifer, when this Archer pushes with like Automaton, like Solar Eclipse, with the ultimate, you are just all dead. These AoEs are just too powerful.
Right now, Chess have double the eliminations of Sombra, replacing to base 5 now.
Yeah, got all the center bases back to Chess.
And they just took their focus off of Tower Victory and have just been killing these members here, these stragglers. Kyosuke also going to go down. And they've replaced down to base 5 one more time. I want to point out, one member of Chess has been deleted.
Kyosuke, last life.
He is gone.
Oh, yeah, there's no other party member around him. 99 dead, 100. Half of the team almost gone from the field on Sombra. Now, time to focus on Tower Victory.
Tower Victory back to the focus point here. 15%. And at this point, similar to our first match, even though obviously it took
Acá
a
y
lot
acá y
longer,
acá y
they're
queda
just gonna be able to walk
menos de
this one
10% de
over.
vida a esa
You
torre.
have to imagine.
10% de vida
so much
menos.
control early.
Even if the other 114 Sombra members come down to the center, you are going to be outmatched in terms of numbers.
I want to spend some time, since this game looks like it is reaching its conclusion, talking about the coordination here of the Chess server. They did such a good job of constantly surgically removing Sombra's bases when those big fights were happening early on. They got all 3 boss bases. They played this game perfectly. They left nothing to chance. They left no comeback mechanics. And now that they're focusing the Tower of Victory, they know they have the numbers advantage. Just period. Yes, there's 5 normal bases for Sombra have the same amount of buffs, but they just don't have the numbers to contest anymore. That's when they decide to take this out. 4% left. This is going to be their lead exploding here as they pick up the Tower of Victory destruction. But also, they should be able to, without very little contest, walk this one in. Let's see where it's going to spawn. The touchdown point. As it goes down here.
Cayó. Y
Tower
cayó.
Victory down, extra points
Listo.
for Chess.
As they pick up this crown, we'll see who's going to be the holder. Who will they give it
Sombra
to?
will wait or contest now for the crown.
Que la agarre, que la agarre.
Looking with the crown out will be nearly impossible at this rate. Okay,
Megan 02, one of the star players here for Chess, is the one who picks it up.
And then the crown is going for base 1 at 2 o'clock.
And Sombra server is set up in the right place to stop this and contest. This is we're going to have the biggest battle of the
Adjusted
semi.
base is controlled for Sombra. But can they get next to him?
He's so far untouched. As more and more members get taken out here.
So many clanmates around.
What?
Megan here just, you know, strolling to this
straight
point.
up to 12 o'clock exit. And gonna take a right.
This is where the Old Boys clan, what's left of them, is making their last stand here, trying to control these exit points. But as we continue to, as you can see here, as we continue to move forward, he's actually going to take, Megan is taking the northern exit and look for a wraparound because he knows that those choke points on the other side are a little bit tougher.
This is the tough point. That's why everyone's gathered up here.
Even with this much of an advantage for chess, they still take the safest path. They still do the right thing.
Because the base 7, base 8 adjustment, adjacent, normal bases are still in control of Sombra.
Yeah,
that's the thing. They can spawn right next to it and immediately join the fight, join forces, and take the crown. Because if you have the crown, you have so many debuffs on you. You can't be taken down immediately.
There's been nothing left to chance. There's been no risks taken here for chess whatsoever. I mean, they're living up to their name, chess. They are going to. They have already essentially gotten checkmate, G-Clef. There's just no way out. Look at this. Look at where are the Sombra members? Nowhere nearby. They only have one more chance.
Yeah, the other bases are going to be controlled.
But this game is effectively done.
Yeah, the death count going up again for Sombra.
Ya no tienen ni gente para hacer PvP ya.
You move super slow.
El resto que aparece en el mapa son cadáveres nada más.
Very easily because you have the negative res.
Look at this. Everyone in syncs here with the mounts. Just jumping into the air.
Almost a celebration.
Yeah, a ceremony here.
Van a poder llegar.
Not entirely. Sombra looking for a chance.
They will not go quietly into that good night. I don't think they can stop this crown, but maybe they can at least give us a show, G-Clef.
There's a line of chess waiting for them.
And Pokador's still alive on his last life.
Just burning all the big skills and semi-ultimates even beforehand. Just to make sure, chasing down one of the final targets. Okay, as the crown goes closer and closer to base 1, the touchdown field.
No one really.
Here we go, Sombra actually diving on it.
Yeah, they're trying to make one last stand here, but no one is touching Megan. Megan at 100%, no one nearby, completely denied entry. Look at the damage here. They're losing more and more members up to 130. That's going to go to 150.
Like 6 on the field.
Going to go up to over 150. They've only got like 60 people left, G-Clef.
Yeah, that was the real big last contest I think that they could have done with Sombra. I don't think that many members have that many lives left
Megan's
on
already
them now.
there. Megan's already there.
I think it's all done and set now. As the crown slowly now going into the tower. Almost there.
Cerquita.
Yeah, they're just burning ultimates, even without any enemies.
They're just celebrating. They know this is a finished game that has been for quite some time, but they're going to give us at least a little bit of an exciting laser show here.
The silenced fields on the Lord, all the ultimates being burned because the cooldown's not that long, but still, if the enemies are coming, you're supposed to be holding it, but they look cool on the field.
And that
Megan,
is it.
Megan! We'll channel the crown, and there it is!
GG! Team Chess!
Bueno, era obvio que iba a pasar esto. Era obvio que iba a pasar esto.
Focused, getting control of those bases, taking away
la de mañana se va a estar reñida, la de mañana.
One by one from Sombra after getting all 3 tower of occupying kills and getting all 3 boss bases. They left nothing up to chance. As close as it gets to a perfect game here. And Legend of Ymir.
Era obvio que iba a pasar esto.
Wasn't as easy compared to the first match that we had in day 1, but chess, they took all the
Fue una masacre total. NA y SA le dieron peor.
Putting their banner on the front of the stage to represent that they will be going.
Mañana se enfrenta Chet versus King. Este va a ser más interesante. El campeón de cualquiera de los dos que gane se va a enfrentar al mejor de Corea, mejor del servidor de Corea. Eso va a estar interesante mañana.
All right. With the result of match number 2.
Está demasiado.
Again, here is the microphone. Well, the team that is advancing to the finals is Chess Server. Yeah, congratulations, guys. Well, we saw that was an incredibly intense match. What was your take on how today went?
So I would say we went well. Everyone followed the command and everyone trust the command and each other. And yeah, we did great.
Okay, well, that is great to hear. You were definitely the favorite team to win, right? Was there anything unexpected that happened during today's battle then?
I don't think so. So we actually strategized before the game. So as mentioned, everyone trusted the command, and yeah, it went well.
Went well. You make it sound like it was so easy. Was
no,
it easy?
No, that's not what I meant. So Sombra is a strong server, and props to Sombra, especially to ban it.
Yeah, right there. Well, yeah, sorry for catching you off guard. Well, let's talk to Caesar for a bit then. Do you mind? Oh,
Los asiáticos meten bastante plata.
Yeah, yes. We would love that. Well, we had a little talk during the halftime interview to get your thoughts, right? Do you agree with everything
meten bastante plata. Imagino que cuando salga hay crocs, W va a estar ahí un solo servidor todo y los asiáticos van a palear a todos.
So I think we did well, and we followed every instructions that Brother Lou has instructed us.
Thoroughly. Shout out to Brother Lou, the man of the good calls. All right. Well, should we hear from our Master H for the last bit? Yeah? You look nervous. Are you nervous for the interview? Yes? Come on, get used to it. We have more interviews coming up
First
tomorrow.
of all, I just want to agree to what Bro Lou
No tengo otro monitor, ya pronto tendré otro monitor, ya no estaré.
coordination.
Right.
That's all.
I mean,
No
that
tengo
is what
espacio para
makes
otro.
this team split beautiful, right? And I wanted to ask you, did you guys
Para
get
mañana voy a
the
tener el
bit of the
cupón
match one
disponible ya.
before,
Envío.
just before your
Gracias.
match? Because that is your opponent tomorrow. What are your thoughts on who you're facing, the King server?
I think Bro Lou can.
Should we
He
get
can handle it.
He can handle it?
Yeah, I think so.
All right. Let's hear it from the Brother Lou.
Yo me había
himself.
olvidado
What are
que
your
hoy
thoughts
día
on your
era,
next opponent?
ya era la Copa Ymir, como dijeron 27 y recién que me acuerdo,
Basically the strongest.
siempre 26 en la noche, allá ya es 27 ya.
So we are so excited to be facing against
Tuve que dejar de estar transmitiendo el
We wanted to, as much as possible, show
Mu Legend.
that this game is not about,
Va a jugar hoy día.
just raw power. This game revolves around unity, the command as well, and also we believe that in chess server we believe that the power of friendship can conquer everything. So yeah.
Word from Brother Lou himself. Yeah, I wanted to ask you for a little bit of a spoiler on tomorrow's game approach, but will you be able to share that with us, or are we gonna keep that locked for
¿Cómo consigo una camiseta de buen madre? Me gusta esa camiseta de Ymir. La chaqueta principal me gusta.
To save the strategy to King, so I would prefer to make it, let it be secret right now.
Yeah, it's almost like what you just said was like a symbolic phrase for that represents your server name. Thinking a few steps ahead.
Yeah.
Well, all right. Congratulations to you guys. We'll see you tomorrow at the finals. Are you excited?
Yeah, we're so excited.
All right. Thank you for joining me. Would you have anything that you want to say before I let you guys go?
So probably I wanted to thank everyone, especially in chess server. I wanted to mention the clans that actually helped the server to move
Vamos a
forward.
esperar si rotan otro código. Si no, ya también ya nosotros nos retiramos. Vamos a ver si rotan otro código. Actualmente 5 códigos que han rotado. De repente al final nos rotan otro código, sería 6.
Powerful players to compress into one clan, and yeah, let's face the Kings. Let's go, Jess.
Let's go.
Holy,
I love
go
the energy,
Jess.
and I hope that we get to see every one of you guys. Oh, I think you should take that with you
Oh,
because
okay.
you guys
Sorry.
would have to exit the stage. I'll let you guys go now so that you guys can rest up and have a fantastic day. If you would, head back. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, congrats to you guys again.
A ver, mañana va a estar interesante.
And
Chess
with that,
versus
today's
Kings.
matches that we have prepared here has come to an end. But first, let's review what went down on match 1 and match 2. Alright, King server has
¿Quién
defeated
versus Chess mañana?
004 and advanced to the finals after match
Este va a ser un buen
1. While
enfrentamiento.
Chess server claimed
Este va a ser
victory
un buen
over Sombra
enfrentamiento.
server, securing the last
Ya se van a dar de
ticket to the
todo.
final. But these two teams, their journey is not over just yet. The final will take place
Pero
same
yo
time,
creo que
same
de
place
nuevo gana
tomorrow.
Kings.
And after showing
Kings está
impressive
demasiado
performance
fuerte.
and outstanding teamwork, these two teams
Ya,
have
mira,
proven
el
that
ganador de
they are
acá
the
se va a
contenders
enfrentar con
for the
Corea,
championship.
con el
The
servidor de
final
Corea.
matchup is now set. It is
El
King
ganador de la
server
Copa Ymir.
versus Chess
Se van a
server.
enfrentar un
We
Legend
are
match.
about to find out which of
Era
the
dos
server
Kings o
will take
Chase
the
versus
trophy
Corea.
home. And as much as
Claro,
tomorrow
de ley va a ganar
awaits, this
cualquiera de
means that the
estos,
matches
se va a
that we
ganar al de
have
acá.
put for today
Porque
has
el
come
servidor
to
de
an
Corea
end.
no es Web 3.
But we are not gonna
No invierte
let you
tanto
guys go
como
now
en un servidor Web
because
3.
we also have a
A la vez
small
pasada le ganaron
gift to
fácilmente
part
y
the
ese
way.
también le van a
We
ganar.
have a
Puro.
special gift package
Eso que el de
coupon
Corea
from
salió primero.
Mr. Michael Killen himself. As you can see, it's about to pop up at the bottom of the screen. We have the coupon code yet
El
again
último cupón,
prepared
banda.
for you. So make sure to type
El
that in as soon
último
as
cupón.
possible and get your fair share. That is all for the matches that we have prepped for today.
Sí, cupones,
Tomorrow,
al
King
toque, peguen,
server and
ahí está.
Chess server will
Pues no
face
son tan
off
rápidos,
in a
¿ah?
battle of pride where we know that
Estos son
neither side
demasiado
will give an
rápidos.
inch. Okay, I'm Bella, and
El
thank you
otro
for
cupón.
joining me, and I hope wherever you are, have a good
Otro
day or
cupón
night.
lo
I'll see you
pegamos.
guys
Ahí
tomorrow.
está.
MKGOFTFORYMIR.
Listo. Ahí están los 6 cupones. Listo, se acabó, ¿verdad? ¿Eso fue todo? Eso fue todo. Eso. Podría ser dar la sorpresa.
Sígueme en mis redes sociales URL.
Ah, ya fue todo ya. Interesante, estuvo bueno. Estuvo malo. Mire. Bueno.
Bajazo.
Fueron 6 códigos. Fueron 6 códigos. Interesante. Es la masacre que le dieron a NA y SA, pucha. Demasiado, pero los asiáticos ven bastante. Voy a poner el código, voy a hacer un video así poner.
No sé cuál es tu J de 1000. No me dijo cuál era. ¿1000? ¿Estás ahí?
¿Qué pasó?
¿Cuál es tu personaje?
Ah, es Pau.
Pau Lover.
Sí, ahí está, ese.
Uy, sobrecarga. No, maricones, me tira sobrecarga. Aunque dicen que está nerfeado esa vaina.
Lo han nerfeado los riffs. Está feas.
Bueno, ahora sí. Esto será hasta mañana, pero mañana ya tengo los cupones. No olviden enviar sus cupones, lo que quieren para mañana separar. Pueden enviar. Ahí está el enlace en la descripción. Del directo mejor. Me puedes apoyar enviándome mías. Mañana voy a tener los cupones. Ahorita lo que voy a hacer es cortar el directo y enviarlos, porque quiero un video y un stream. Ya está, ya. El stream de, ¿cómo se llama? De la Copa Ymir semifinal.
Bebita, ¿qué hacías en Mu XD?
Hoy día salió el Mu, pues, por eso. Ya iba a jugar el Mu, pero me había olvidado de la fecha. Normalmente pensaba que mañana iba a ser
Jaja,
la
se andaba
semifinal.
vendiendo.
Mañana iba... Sé que mañana iba a ser semifinal, pues, pero
Juega tus juegos masivos sin
olvido
lag
que
hasta
en
un
la noche ya hay
50% de
27
descuento
ya.
en el plan anual URL.
Fue Cristian. Fue Cristian. Ahorita, a ver, mañana sale la final. Y el domingo ya normal podemos transmitir en Nightcrocs.
¿Cuál Mu salió?
El Moon Legend Rebor, pues, que lanzó Funky. Estaba probándolo.
¿Qué tal
Justo.
batalla, bro? Pobre Sombrag, los asiáticos están muy fuertes.
Ah, sí.
MK Gift for Ymir.
NA04 y Sombra le barrieron a los dos. Lo vi a Toxiholy, yo lo vi tarde en las repeticiones. Y a Toxiholy también le agarraban. Toxiholy que tiene 500.000 de poder. 500.000 de poder casi. O más, creo. A ver cuánto de poder tiene Toxiholy. No podía con. A ver, Toxiholy tiene 424.000 de poder. Y varios, y casi todos le hacían la pelea. Por cierto, hay 6 cupones, por si no han ingresado. Hay 6 cupones, ahí les compartí. Por rato voy a hacer un video compartiendo también los cupones para mi canal de YouTube.
No tuvieron oportunidad.
Pues eso. Uno. Otro, dos. Tres. Dos. Ahí están todos los cupones.
PDSHGIFTFORYMIR. YMIRWORLDLIVE. YMIRCROWNCLASH. YMIRWCS2GLORY. WCS2FINALCLASH. MKGOFTFORYMIR. Bro, los asiáticos tienen 600 camas. Progreso de tu drop. URL.
Igual mañana
Apóyame
a los coreanos le van a ganar
y obtén
también.
cupones. URLLY.
A los coreanos también le van a ganar sin problemas. Problemas le van a ganar a los... Bueno, banda, yo me retiro. Voy a ingresar mis códigos fuera de directo, como hacer el video, para subirlo a mi canal de YouTube. Estamos... Alright.
Asiáticos vs asiáticos.
Sí, asiático versus asiáticos, y de nuevo se van a enfrentar versus asiático de nuevo. Va a haber doble enfrentamiento, asiático versus asiático. El ganador, Ymir, se enfrenta al servidor coreano. El servidor coreano es mucho más antiguo que el servidor global, solo que el servidor global, sabes que es Web 3, coreano no, pues cuando es Web 3 la gente invierte más plata. Y la diferencia. Juego Web 3 invierten mucho más plata y el coreano no es Web 3, aunque hay muchos fuertes, pero global mucho más rápido y se ha hecho más fuerte. Por más que tengan legendarios, más que tengan otros equipos, entes, es abismal. Porque allá los coreanos ya tienen nuevas clases, nuevas clases no, tienen equipos legendarios ya. Equipo legendario que acá no sale todavía. Después de esto salen los legendarios. Bueno, bandita, se me cuidan, que tengan noche, nos vemos. Voy a hacer mi videito, luego voy a estar jugando un rato Mu de repente, o que no me da sueño, que no me duermo. O será hasta...
Que abuso con Bolaños.
¿Qué Bolaños? Bolaños. 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 Cierto, ¿qué me falta antes de irme también? Pelearme. Ay, Jennifer. Oye, este es Jennifer. A ver, ¿qué me apareció Jennifer acá? Ah, no, este es Jennifer, pela de la Chess. De Chess es este. No, 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 no. Ah, mames, ¿por qué aparece ahorita el banner? No me jodas, ¿cómo es que aparece el banner ahorita? Me hizo bien, chica.
Esa Jennifer estuvo repartiendo harto chocolate.
Oye, aguanta. Era una broma, güey. Oh, espera. Habilidad, habilidad, habilidad. Se curó, no mames, se curó también. ¡Hala lo que se curó! Lo que se curó. Pensé que no se iba a curar. Se curó bastante. Pero ahorita sí, me voy. No, papu. Nos vemos mañana. Mañana estoy transmitiendo la final. Voy a ver bien a qué hora es el horario y voy a aprender mucho antes de... Ya. Cuídense, me cuidan. Gracias por pasarse. Tengan bonita noche.